You keep saying you're tired. But let me ask you, are you really tired? Or are you just undisciplined? There's a difference between physical fatigue and mental surrender. Most people aren't exhausted from doing too much. They're exhausted from doing too little that matters. Scrolling for hours, skipping workouts, dodging responsibility. That's not tiredness, that's weakness, hiding behind laziness. Don't confuse being busy with being productive. Don't confuse being emotionally drained with being physically spent. Discipline isn't about waiting to feel good. It's about showing up even when you feel nothing. The real fatigue comes from knowing you could do better, but don't. Think about the times you've gone to bed feeling disappointed, not because you worked too hard, but because you didn't follow through. That's not tiredness. That's regret. Real tired is the construction worker grinding the heat for 12 hours. Real tired is the single mother working 2 jobs and still reading at night to become better. What you call tired is often just your fear of doing hard things. Discipline is a muscle. And like any muscle, if you don't train it, it shrinks. You're not drained, you're deconditioned. You've built a life around comfort, and now pain feels foreign. But here's the truth. The life you want is on the other side of discipline. And until you stop calling discipline tiredness, you'll never reach it. You become a master at lying to yourself. I'll start Monday. I just need a little more time. I'm doing my best. You've repeated these lies so often they sound like truth. But let me tell you something. Repetition doesn't make something real. It just makes it familiar. And familiarity can be fatal if you're using it to avoid accountability. You know deep down you're not giving your all. You know you're capable of more. But you keep lowering the bar to match your mood. And the longer you stay in that pattern, the more your brain starts accepting mediocrity as your identity. You lie to yourself because the truth is uncomfortable. The truth forces you to look in the mirror and admit that most of your struggles aren't from outside circumstances, they're from inside choices. And I get it, truth stings, but lies, they rot you from the inside out. You can't outrun your own reflection. You can't fake progress. Eventually, reality shows up and exposes every shortcut you took, every corner you cut, every excuse you made. So here's the question. How long will you keep believing your own lies? When will you finally get sick of your own voice making excuses for the life you're not living? Trying sounds noble. Trying feels safe. But trying without doing is just preparation without action. And action is the only thing that changes your life. You don't try to breathe, you do it. You don't try to walk, you walk. But when it comes to discipline, to health, to purpose, we start trying instead of deciding. Trying becomes our permission slip to stay the same. Let me tell you something, trying is a soft word. It's the language of hesitation. It's what you say when you want credit without results. Imagine if a surgeon tried to operate. If a pilot tried to land a plane, would you feel safe? Then why are you so okay with trying to build your life? Stop telling people you're trying to change. Show them you're changing. Show them through sweat, through sacrifice, through the days you didn't want to, but still did. That's where the difference lives. Excuses don't shout, they whisper, and that's what makes them dangerous. They show up in small thoughts, I'll just skip today. I've earned a break. It's not that bad. And like termites, they don't do all the damage at once. They chip away at your structure, your habits, your focus, your mindset, until one day, everything collapses. And by then, it's too late. You didn't fall apart in one moment. You were eaten alive by excuses you ignored. Excuses give you comfort today, but cost you everything tomorrow. They make you feel safe in the short term while robbing your future blind. Every time you allow one, it grows stronger. Every time you accept one, you weaken your standard. Look around. The people who stay stuck didn't fail because they weren't talented. They failed because they let excuses win. They gave in when it got hard. They allowed justifications to become lifestyle. Don't be that person. You need to become the kind of person who spots excuses early and shuts them down even faster. This isn't feel-good fluff. This is a call to arms. You spend enough time being gentle with yourself. You spend enough time waiting for inspiration. You don't need more motivation. You need more movement. This is the moment you stop negotiating with mediocrity. You're not going to feel ready. You're not going to have it all figured out. But if you wait for perfect conditions, you'll die waiting. Discipline isn't about waiting for the right time. It's about declaring that now is the time. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to move, act, decide, execute. Let me be clear. No one is coming to save you. The only one who can turn your life around is the person you see in the mirror. And until that person gets sick enough of their own nonsense to take action, nothing will change. This is your wake-up call. Get up, shut down the excuses. Show up with intention. Train like your future depends on it, because it does. Excuses sound smart. That's what makes them dangerous. They dress up like logic. They wear the mask of responsibility. But underneath is fear. Raw, unfiltered fear. Fear of failing. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of doing the work and still falling short. Let me tell you something. Most people don't quit because they're incapable. They quit because they're scared. And instead of admitting that fear out loud, they wrap it in excuses. I'm just being realistic. I don't have the time. I've got too much going on right now. Sound familiar? That's not wisdom. That's fear talking in a suit and tie. If fear walked up and said, hey, I'm here to stop you, you fight back. But when it whispers, let's wait until things calm down, you nod your head and listen. You gotta learn to recognize the voice. Not everything that sounds like caution is wisdom. Not every delay is strategic. Sometimes it's just fear whispering through the cracks in your confidence. And the longer you let that fear wear a mask, the more power it gains. The first step to crushing it, call it what it is. That's not your schedule stopping you. That's not your mood. That's not your timing. That's fear. Own it and then outrun it. Your comfort zone is killing your fear. Potential, slowly, quietly, and you're the one who built it. You picked the colors. You chose the soft couch. You put motivational quotes on the wall to make yourself feel good while you did nothing hard. But a prison with nice lighting is still a prison. Comfort zones give you the illusion of safety, but what they actually do is trap you in smallness. They shrink your world down to only what you already know, only what you've already done. You know why most people never leave that zone? Because discomfort feels like danger. But it's not. It's a sign of growth. And you can't grow inside a room built on avoiding failure. Think about this. Every major breakthrough in your life happened right after something uncomfortable. The job interview, the workout, the hard conversation. Growth lives just beyond the line of what feels safe. Every time you avoid discomfort, you reinforce your own limitations. You tell your brain, this is as far as I'm willing to go. And the longer you stay in that space, the more your dreams start to die in their sleep. You gotta tear the walls down, step into discomfort like it's your training ground, because it is. The life you want isn't inside your comfort zone, it's buried under the weight of everything you've avoided. Let me say this as clearly as I can. Excuses are not reasons, they're crutches. And most people lean on them so long, they forget how to walk. You weren't born with these limitations. You built them. Every skipped habit, every delayed plan, every time you said, I'll do it tomorrow, you reached for the crutch. And just like someone who never learns to walk again, you've trained your body to depend on the thing that's holding you back. You hear people say, I don't have time. Really? You watched 6 hours of TV last week. I'm not a morning person. Who told you that your feelings, I've tried everything. Try again, try better, try when it hurts.